Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy Fridays. This time, our first episode of Final Fantasy 2. So, unfortunately, that last week I missed it. I had some stuff come up, so, however, give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to get something going here. There we go. I forgot to change my stream info again. Dang it. 1 second. Uh-oh. Hold on. Where's my wiki? Oh, I see what I did. There we go. Okay. Give me just a second. Sorry. Okay. So, this one's going to be pretty much the same as Final Fantasy 1. The only major difference here is the way the game plays. So unlike with 1, where we got to pick our classes to start the game, 2 has a different level up system, kind of. Basically, two's thing is it's kind of like Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls series, where the more you use skills, the better they level up. So I'll go ahead and get started. I'm not going to change the character names. Two started to have the trend of having like quote unquote canonical main characters. So like this is Spheria, and this is Maria, this is Leon, this is Guy. Like these default names are the actual names of these characters in the canon story. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep them. Um, so I'm gonna read this out. A long-lived peace. Let's see if I can break out my summer announcer voice, or at least my like shady salesman is at an end. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth monsters from the underworld and has begun his campaign of world conquest. Sorry, I'm not reading these as quickly as they're showing up on screen. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Fynn to thwart the Emperor's plans. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Oops, sorry. It's just Diet Pepsi. I promise. Don't ban me, Twitch. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Or Altair, however you say that name. I actually don't know how you say that name. 4 youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire, but their escape wasn't over. Alright, cool. Time to die. Well, crap. Alright, GG, everybody. Good episode. We'll call it there. No, I'm just kidding. That was scripted. You're supposed to die there. What would Hilda sound like? I imagine because she's a princess, she'd be like a little more refined, elegant maybe. It's like, will he live? That was terrible. Well, I'll try again. He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Fynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. I'm not sure what Minwu would sound like. I kind of tried to give him an accent, but I don't want to sound racist, because, I don't know. Where am I? Leon! Maria! Guy! Where are you? Varian, you're alive. I thought... I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You also seem alright too, Guy. But wait, where's Leon? Princess of Finn save us. But Leon not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. You've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please let us join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents... I am truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Wild Rose? The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. For what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man to my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended to your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Okay, there's the intro for the controls. So, as you might have recognized, Minwu is a white wizard, so he is an evolved white mage. They tried to keep the continuity from FF1 and quickly abandoned it in FF3. I'm going to warn you that now. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying to Finn. This is the first step toward realizing your fate. What about this Wild Rose? You've wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Finn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Finn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. Okay, so same rules as FF1. So if people die, I've been calling them cathedrals or chapels or temples or whatever. So same rules though, like when somebody goes down, we can go there to res them until we get access to like life-saving magic later in the game. So something I am going to try and do with 2 here that's different from 1. I am going to try and 100% the achievements in 2. I've got 99% of the achievements, well, 98%, I guess, technically. I'm missing Master of FF2, which is to get all the other achievements. And I'm missing Treasure Hunter, I think it's Treasure Hunter 3, which is to get every single chest in one playthrough of Final Fantasy 2. I always somehow end up missing chests, so I'm hoping this time around I'll be able to get them all. So this is Paul. We're going to talk to Paul. I'm Paul, the greatest thief in the world. All the world. They've yet to invent the loot that I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. What about this Wild Rose thing? I never steal from the rebels, you can be sure of that. My home was in Finn too. I can't even go home now the Empire's occupied the city. Okay, so that's Paul. He's a dude. He's a thief. He's pretty chill. We're gonna look at some items and stock up here and see what's going on. So okay. So we need 3 pairs of leather gloves, 3 leather caps, and I have a buckler on Firion already. So we're going to remove that. Oh, we have another broadsword? Perfect. So Firion's going to dual wield. This is my usual go-to loadout for these characters is armor everybody up. Guy's going to be our axe and shield heavy tank. Oops, come on. There we go. Nope. Oh, that's right. You can't change formation in this one. It's only front and back rows. This introduced the front and back row system, by the way, that a lot of more modern FF titles used, or at least not modern. Back in the day, the pixel ones used. So, Um, Knife, staff, javelin, broadsword. Okay. I think, if I remember right, I can buy magic from the shop over here, but I don't think I have enough money to get all the spells I want, so we'll have to check it out when we get back. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. So we'll go ahead and buy Cure Tome for Maria. That'll be handy. Oh, wrong button. Whoops. Yes. I thought it used it when you used it on the person, so. I don't need this extra buckler. I don't need... Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa. We do need that extra leather armor, though. Okay, so everyone has leather armor. Good. So this game has a weird system of, like, the way armor works, it's not a guaranteed, like, improvement on defense or whatever. It's weird. Basically, armor in this game is treated as, like, a defensive buff, but a debuff to literally everything else. So it's, like, it's hard to say for sure what, the options, like, what's a good upgrade and what's not. But for starting off here, I'm going to... What was that? Hold on, that looked new. Once we get back into the screen, I'll... So until we get some more money and get some offensive spells for Maria, she's going to sit in the back and do nothing. Guy and Furion are going to practice a little bit with their weapon skills to level up. Actually, you know what? I'll show you guys the status screen for weapon skills after I get done with this fight. Yeah, okay, see, like, Saphirion's sword leveled up, Maria's hands leveled up, Guy's axe and shield leveled up. Oh, they actually have the evasion and magic defense on there now. That's cool. I don't remember that being on there the last time I played. Okay, so yeah, so if I go to their status on a character, you could see, like, so it shows you all their stats, like strength, spirit, intellect, stamina, agility, magic, attack, accuracy, all that good stuff. And then on the right is all their skill levels for, hey, Talon. Yep, FF2 time. So I was just giving a rundown of, like, the status for anyone who watches the VOD later. So basically, so FF2 has the weird system, like, kind of like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, where the more you use skills, the more they level up. So, like, this is what a status screen for a character looks like. Interestingly, that also includes the character's base stats. So stuff like HP, MP, strength, stamina, all that stuff goes up by using it. So... But now that we have some more money, I'm going to go buy some offensive spells and teach Maria some offensive magic. Because now she has Cure, but now she also has Fire. So, and that's the other cool thing with this game too, is you can, like, improve MP and stuff by using spells. It's kind of weird though, because, so as you can see, the spells are only like 1 MP. The spell's level is its MP cost, which is fine early on, because, like, I only have 10 MP, so I can cast 10 spells without before I need to rest. By the end of the game, though, you can have, like, 200 to 300 MP, if not more, if you grind it. And the really kind of, like, scary part is spells can only cap at 16. So you're sitting there with, like, 500 MP, and you're casting spells for 16 MP apiece. It's like, whoa, hold on. So... But yeah, so instead of getting, like, experience, like with FF1 where we were leveling up and everything, in this game you get skill XP, which once you've reached high enough skill XP, you will level it up and be able to do more with it. Like, weapon skills increase your odds of how many times you hit or how much damage you deal. At higher levels, I think it increases the odds you crit with those weapons. Spells increase how much damage they do. Interestingly, at higher levels, every 3 levels or so, I believe, if I remember right. So like there, see, Maria's MP went up, so now she's 15 MP. But every 3 levels of a spell actually changes the animation for it, which is kind of cool. The only real downside for me personally that I don't like is the way they did the attack damage calculation for spells in 2. Spreading your spells. Oh, so I guess that is something different from 1 to 2. So in 1, we can only spread our spells to hit the entire enemy party for spells like Fira, or Firaga, or Thundera, or whatever. The 2nd and 3rd level spell slots, or 2nd and 3rd versions of the spells are the only ones that could hit all the enemies. So FF2 actually introduced the concept of spread spell, which is where you can say like, I want to target this one guy or all of the bad guys. The only downside to that is spells, when you spread them, the way they calculate their damage, if you spread them, it divides the damage by the number of targets instead of like some arbitrary percentage like in future FF titles. So like so for example, if I go to cast a spell on multiple people and it's like 4 dudes and I'm going to deal 40 damage, each guy will take 10 damage, which sounds okay. Or I could hit one guy for 40 damage and kill him with that 40 damage and then just work my way down the list. Compared to later FF titles where they're like, oh, half damage to all enemies or whatever it is in the future ones. It's weird. But basically, you don't want to spread spell in FF2 very often unless you're fighting really weak enemies where you just want to have like, all right, I don't need to fight 8 goblins. I'm already powerful enough I can solo and one tap each of these guys. Then you can spread spell and kill them all. It's fine. But yeah. Something else you may be noticing is Fearing keeps getting poisoned, but when I get back to the world map, I'm not getting hit with every step. So FF2 also introduced, I believe they're called, it's permanent and temporary conditions. So permanent conditions are things that will stick around after the battle's over. So like what Poison did in FF1, where you would walk around the world map and take damage from moving around. Then, what was the other one? Oh, wow, I've got 600 gold. Shoot, I didn't even realize. Is it gold or gil? It's gil. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't even realize I had that much money already. So, I'm going to go buy my last 2 spells for Maria, and then we'll get some items to get back to the story. Ugh. Can I stop? Items, thank you, please. Okay. And then Blizzard on Maria. Hold on, I'm going to... Curse Memory on. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's better. But yeah, so 2 introduce temporary and permanent conditions. Permanent conditions will persist after the battle's over. Temporary conditions will stop once the battle's over. They'll go away. I'm gonna want some potions. We'll grab a bunch of those. We'll grab an eye drop and an antidote. I don't think we can get actually poisoned because they have venom now, which is what I've been getting, where it's that green bubbles that look like poison from 1. That's venom in this, which is temporary. Poison is actually, like, you'll take damage as you move around on the overworld, like from 1. Excuse me. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna check. Yeah, we have enough money, easily. Give me 1 sec here. Okay, we're gonna rest it before we leave. Forgot to do that. Also, the inn prices are not set like in 1. They're based on what it's actually restoring, which is kind of jank. But the formula is, for every hit point you restore by resting in an inn, it increases the price by 3. For every mana or MP you restore by resting in an inn, it increases the price by 1. So the game like wants you to burn all of your MP casting Cure on the party to full heal everybody before you rest in an inn to save money. It's really weird. So, but anyway. But yeah, we're on our way. Yay! We gotta go to Finn for whatever reason. At least that's what Minwoo told us to do. Welcome to Gotria. I believe this town has the same supplies as Altair does. Oh, it has different weapons. That's okay. We don't need anything here, I don't think. Check their armor shop and see if they have anything worth picking up. You know, actually, I'm going to pick up a buckler, another one. So I'm going to give it to Maria so that she has a shield she can block attacks with, which is something I don't normally do, but we're going to try it this time. The main issue is casting magic in this game, which is also a weird thing they don't explain. Equipment, like weapons and armor in this game, can decrease your magic damage. It's really dumb, and they don't explain that to you anywhere in this game, I think. If I remember right. I don't think there's anywhere they tell you that. Personally, I haven't noticed too much of a deal if you give your characters like a decent chunk of armor and like a shield or something. It shouldn't be too big a deal, but nice. Maria's Thunder leveled up, so you can switch to Blizzard now. It's just as we've heard. The city is crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. So yeah, crazily enough, you can actually get attacked in town when you first get here. So. If I remember, yeah, I want you to do it early. Bummer. There's a hidden passage there you can get to later that I missed on my last run through of this game, so I'm trying to be very careful not to miss it again this time. The issue with this game is they introduced temporary dungeons in this game, so like there are dungeons where once you've completed them, you can't go back to them anymore. They'll like get erased off the map for whatever reason, story-wise. So. And that makes the achievement to get all of the chests in one run a real pain in the butt, because you can't, like with one, if we missed some chests in like an early game dungeon or whatever, because like the rooms at the bottom of the swamp, the marsh cave, where you needed the mystic key, you have to go back and get those for the achievement. That's fine. Here, imagine if like the marsh caves collapsed in and sealed itself off after you left. That kind of thing happens in this game a lot. So if you're not careful, you could miss the achievement because you messed up and didn't get a chest. And now you can't go back and pick it up. So. Whoa, where do you think you're going? The customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as little bred as they come. Hey, we're with the Wild Rose. Aha, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. Huh? What am I going to do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. He just runs off. Just abandons us to this bar full of Imperial soldiers. So, anyway, we're going to run down here and talk to this guy after we pick up these chests. Potion, potion, potion. Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. Hey, wither the wild rose blooms or whatever. So, you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I am a prince of Kashwan. Prince Scott? We were told you fell in the battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask you a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother, Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borgin betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man, they would only bring her pain. My brother, Leon, have you heard of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest, just for a little while. Unfortunate. Rest in peace, Scott. We only knew you for a minute, but you seem like a pretty good dude. Now we escape into the countryside and return to Altair. Yeah, and also something about the system and the way they do like stat level ups and skill level ups and stuff is it's like you have to meet a certain usage threshold in each fight. So as you progress through the story and fight stronger enemies, you begin to get to the point where you can do more. Like if you noticed Firian's sword skill has remained at level 3 this entire time. Well, almost this entire time. Because at this point he needs to get at least 2 hits in to actually get any experience. But because the enemies here are so weak and his skill is already so high, he's not getting those extra hits. We're killing everything too quickly. So they actually kind of like hard cap you on grinding. So like with FF1, you could technically grind infinitely in like Cornelia. It would just take you forever to do it. Here, eventually you get to a point where you can't continue anymore. So there is a trick to it. You can actually grind on your own party by having them hit each other. Which, fun fact, that was actually the most efficient way to power level yourself to get ahead of the story in the original version, was to have your own party members smack each other around for like 30 minutes. And then, like, you'd basically have everybody hit each other once, and then you'd finish the fight off, and then you'd get out of the fight, level up all your skills, go back into another fight, have everybody punch each other once, and fight, and just rinse and repeat for like half an hour, and your stuff would all be like level 5 or 6, your characters had like 100 hit points. It was really stupid. Now, with the way the game works, the way they've retooled it for the Pixel Remaster, a lot of the skills will level up a little bit over time. So eventually you'll be able to get to a point where like, oh yeah, HP goes up periodically even if you don't take hits, or MP goes up periodically if you've only cast like a spell every like couple battles or something. So it's not as bad as it was in the original. We're going to run up here to Hilda. We're going to show her the ring. That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Finn, just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please. The ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits a personage of courage. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Mithril? We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of mithril. I have charged Yosef, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? Of course. I heard Her Highness's words and have waited here for you since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Balloon. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. Hey, we got the canoe already. You know, the thing we like spent half the game trying to get in FF1. We've got it in the first like 20 minutes of FF2. But yeah, the canoe works in FF2 just like it did in FF1, so it'll let us traverse over shallow waters like lakes and rivers and stuff. So. So as you can see, Minwoo has a ton of high-level white magic. Dude's crazy. Like, he's a white wizard, so it makes sense. But, like, hot dang, is it not just insane what he has access to this early in the game. So we're going to stop in Paloom. However, I'm going to use a little trick I learned the last time I played through this game and save us a little bit of cash early on. So the original intent is for you to stop here in Paloom and buy a ship to get to the next town. Make sure there's not anything in here we need. But I know it's, yeah, I don't know what that voice crack was. I know there's a path overland you can take to avoid going through, oh, they actually have magic interference on He's now? Oh, that is dope. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to buy a shield for Guy, a helm for... Hold on. Is there, like, in the status screen, does it show magic interference? I wish you could look at it and figure out what it does. Like, to have it tell you what they do. Ooh, that is... I just saw the buckler has 70 magic interference. Okay, so we're going to remove that. That's much better. 10 is significantly better than 110 or 130. Woof. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to sell that buckler. We're going to upgrade your shield to a bronze shield. That's... How much does she have right now with the leather cap? 2, so it's only 6 more. That's not terrible. We can buy a helmet for everybody except Minwoo. I'm not going to bother with the 4th character slot for a while because the 4th character is going to continually cycle out. So, yeah, it's kind of pointless to upgrade them for stuff because there's not really any reason to. Okay, what is this? It is 5, 10, 1, 2, 5. Wow, that's actually better entirely for everybody. Holy cow. That's cool. It actually shows you the magic interference stat now. That's kind of cool. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoops. Hold on. So the leather armor, not the bronze helmets. I just bought those. We're going to want those. We'll sell the leather gloves, the leather caps. I think we'll go ahead and we'll I need to grind out a little bit of money anyway. That was stupid. I should actually check to see how much I'm gonna need. So shield we got. The helmet, I'll buy one for Minwoo just for the 4th person to have a helmet. So we'll need 150 for the helmet. Copper cuirass everybody has. Bronze gloves, I'm going to leave off Minwoo and Maria because they're going to be my casters. So we need 300 gil for a helmet and gloves. To get a helmet for Minwoo and gloves for Firion. And then spells, if I remember right, there are more spells in this town compared to the first one. Yeah, there's like Blink, Protect, and Shell. So we need another 300 for Protect and another 300 for Shell. I'm not going to bother with Blink. So, because Blink is evasion-based, and evasion in this game is kind of janky. So we're going to need 900 gil, which shouldn't take too long to grind up. I'm going to redo Maria's magic order, though, because it bothers me that her... There we go. That's better. Okay, back to this. Back to what we're doing. Ooh, a soldier. Jeez, only 300 still. Oh, yes, there's airship. There's the airship. Or an airship, I should say. So airships in this aren't actually like a super rare lost artifact like in 1. They're a relatively recent invention, actually, which is kind of cool. So that's something to keep in mind. So you can see there, I cast Fire 3 just to show you what it looks like. So whereas before Fire 1 and 2 was just like little flame dances on the target, now it's like a geyser of fire erupts underneath the target. And you'll see a lot of enemies will run into, some of them are new and unique, like the Sprinter or the Soldier, but like Goblins, Goblin Guards, that kind of stuff, those are all enemies we've seen from 1. So there will be some enemies we'll recognize as we kind of progress through a little bit. Okay. We're gonna head back to town now. And rest up because Maria's out of MP. Dang it. There we go. Have Minwoo heal everybody up so we don't spend a ton of gold on health. How much do we have? 794. So I will go ahead and buy the armor and one of the 2 spell tomes. You know what? I'll hold on to those leather gloves, and I'll give them to Minwoo. Give him a little bit more defense. At the cost of some evasion and magic interference. Alright, and Miria now knows Protect. So you just need a quick 30... 30? Oh no, 100... What am I doing? 194, so 106. And like FF1, spells like Protect, Shell, Haste, Berserk, they all stack with each other, like we figured out for the final fight with Chaos and 1. So you can cast the same spell for sure this time. I know they work, as compared to 1 where I don't think they did. Towards the end there, we were trying to cast like Protera on the party multiple times, and it didn't seem to reduce the damage all that much. There we go, 322. Cool. Is it, what, 1 mana? Yeah, so I'm not going to bother with the end. I thought we'd been in more fights than that to cast more magic. So, let me go grab Shell. Cool. Alright, off we go to the next town. So, the story suggests you go to Paloom and buy a boat. You can take that ship. But I know for a fact, because I've played through the game enough times now, you can actually cut around this mountain up north here that we're about to run past, and you can go to... It's not Salamand, that's another town later on that we'll get to here in a second. There's one more town between here and Salamand, which is where we're going. And that town is where we're going to make another quick little pit stop and check on stuff. Excuse me. So here's Poft is the name of this town. And that's the dude. If there was a ship here, you could talk to him to take the ship back to Paloom. I don't think there's anything better in here than what was in Paloom, but I could double check. Yeah, it looks like the same stuff. So, let's see if there's any better weapons or magic. Same spells. Honestly, it sounds like I could have just come up here and bought all the stuff I was missing from Paloom then. Oops. Oh well. Dagger, mace, axe, bow. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Okay. Actually, hold on. What does the mace have? Plus 20 magic interference? Woof. The bow is 70? Yeesh. Okay. Interesting. I'm kind of surprised the mace has magic interference despite the fact that it's a staff. Although I guess because it's still a quote-unquote bludgeoning weapon. So they're called staves in terms of weapon design, like the icon. But I think they're supposed to be more along the lines of just bludgeoning weapons in general. Because there's staves, maces, morning stars, flails. All that stuff gets put in that category. Okay, welcome to Salamand. Now, I don't believe there's anything new here either, but I'm going to double check. Yeah, mace. Oh, there are long swords that are better than Furion's weapon, I think. 13 attack, 50 accuracy, 2 evasion. Versus the broadsword. 1352 versus 862. So, more damage, more accurate. I thought that was going to be less accurate. Yeah. No, less accurate, more damage, same evasion. Okay, that's fine. Eventually you can, I don't know why I backed out. I hit the button too many times. Eventually you can get to the point where even like the most inaccurate weapons are crazy accurate because of your agility stat in this game, so I'm not too concerned with that. Yeah, it's the same as before. Okay. I know there's different magic here in Salamand. But I believe it's really expensive. Yeah, it's 1,000. So we want life and teleport. So 2,000 gil for those 2 spells to teach to Maria. But first, we're going to stop in at this big house. Because here's our buddy Yosef. You have business with me. We're here with whether the wild rose blooms. You're here for Princess Hilda. A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. What about if we ask about the mithril? Mithril? I haven't found it yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't have a plan. I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I'm gonna need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. There's a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work in the caves at Summit Falls. Rescue them, and we'll talk. Alright. Off to Summit Falls. Which is way south. So we're going way south. Did I rest up? I don't know. It doesn't matter. How much mana does Maria have? Oh, she's fine. So unlike FF1, there's no attacks on the water in FF2. So you can, well, at least in shallow water, I should say. Because we do eventually get a ship later, and the ship does have attacks on the ocean. But on shallow waters like lakes and rivers, there are actually ways to avoid random encounters in this, which is kind of nice. Thinking I probably should have bought an ether before I left town, just so I had something to restore Maria's MP. Oh well. So the trick I would use in FF1 when I'd go into rooms to see if there were chests in them, we're going to use the map trick a lot in this game to figure out where the chests are in dungeons to make sure I pick them all up, because we're going to need a lot of them. The big complaint for me, though, which is we're probably going to see, if I remember right, there's some in this dungeon. FF2 had a really annoying, quote-unquote, difficulty mechanic. Like, that was what made the game difficult. And it wasn't so much it made it difficult as it made it really, really annoying. As soon as I find one, I'll show you. I'll tell you what it is. Because it wasn't random encounters. Obviously, those are still in the game, and those are pretty simple so far. It isn't Monster in a Box. Those are also in the game. And some of them are tough, but not all of them are really noteworthy. They did something else that's really, really dumb. And it's only ever happened in 2. They only did it for 2 because they realized how stupid of an idea it was after 2, and they never did it again. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. So that looks like a lot of doors up there, right? Those 4 doors in the upper right corner. So, yeah, that's your hint on what's going on. Let me grab all these chests first before we get there. Actually, before we get there, I'm going to teleport us out of here with Minwoo, and then we're going to make our way back to Salamander to restock, because we're not even halfway through this dungeon on this floor yet. So, I'm going to... do that. So, unlike 1, as you can see, Minwoo is messed up now. He got destroyed with that. So unlike in 1, where I'm gonna try something. We're gonna spread Maria's Blizzard and see how well that works. So unlike in 1, where it was just a spell slot to teleport out of the dungeon, because of the new MP system in 2 and how it works, um, spell teleport will kill you to use it. Like, it'll hurt a lot. So you have to be very careful when teleporting and have to remember to heal when you teleport out. That's actually what teleporting does. Like when it levels it up, it reduces the amount of damage you take when you teleport out of a dungeon. In combat, teleport can be used to teleport enemies out of the fight. And the higher your teleport level, the more successful you, the more odds, the better odds you have to successfully teleport a target out of the fight. So it's a little weird, but it is what it is. Okay, we have 2168, so we'll go ahead and buy life and teleport for Maria. We'll sell these garlics that I've been picking up from random soldiers. We don't need 13 potions. We only need like 8, so sell 5 of those. We don't need eye drops because darkness is a temporary condition. I think we're good there. And then we're going to see what they have for the item shop after I rest up the inn. Because Maria's almost out of mana. I'm going to need, like, ether and, like, a tent or a cabin or something. I don't remember what they have in this one. Not that one. That is something interesting. They have so many items in this game that they, well, I say so many, there's like 12, but they added like 2 different vendors. Yeah, so there's no, I don't think there's tents in this game. I think it's just cottages. And as you can see, ethers are like 1,000 gil. So, and Phoenix Downs are 500. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to grind out, not like from the game, I mean, we're going to take a quick break from the story. I'm going to sit around here and run around in Salaman for a little bit, level up some of Maria's new spells. We're going to get 3,500 gil for a tent, an ether, or a cottage, an ether, and a Phoenix Down in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. And then we'll go back to Summit Falls once we've gotten everything kind of stocked up and gotten everybody leveled up a little bit more. Oh, that's something else that's really cool. So in this game, you can full party res with life, but much like healing spells, the higher the spell level, the more it heals for. And if you divide that amongst the people you're healing, so you can actually have life get to a level where you can basically full heal people. But if you spread it out, it will reduce the full heal because it'll still be a numerical value. So it'll still be like, oh, it's going to heal them and res them from the dead for like 9,999 health. Well, if you divide that out by 4 people, now everybody's coming up with like 22 health. So it's cool. I do appreciate that you could be like, oh, the entire party's about to die. Quick, life! And just res everybody up with like 1 health. But, yeah, it's weird. Like, there's so many cool spells that in this game, or like the way they're implemented in this game, that they got nerfed or changed later. Like, you can't party-wide cast life. You can't party-wide cast protect or shell in later Final Fantasies like you can in this one. Or you get Protera in 1 that you could cast protect on the entire party. And as you just saw, you could also cast teleport on the entire enemy team. At like high levels, there's a pretty solid chance you can just teleport the entire enemy team out of a fight. Wrong button. Okay. Oh, we got one. See, yeah, that little like, I've just like whoop, gone. Yeah, that's what teleporting enemies out of fights looks like in this game. I keep hitting X, thinking it's the menu, and that's the map. Okay, Maria has maxed out, well not maxed out, but leveled up teleports. It's on par with some of her other spells. Go back to, we're just gonna blanket cast Blizzard and pray it kills things. Nice. It is nice, though, I will say, when they go to calculate your spell damage. In the original FF2, it was, the way they had it coded was, it was based on the number of targets that were up when you told them to cast the spell. So if you had like 8 targets and you went to cast Blizzard 3 on all of them, it would take your Blizzard 3 damage and divide it by 8. And even if your spellcaster went last and your other characters killed 3 of the 8 monsters, you would still only deal 1/8 of your damage to the remaining 5 enemies. This one with the Pixel Remaster, they've updated the formula so now it'll check when you go to cast the spell rather than when you input the command to cast the spell. So if you say, like, I'm going to kill all 8 of these goblins with Blizzard 3, and Fury and Guy and my guest character all go first and kill 1 each. Now it'll be like, oh, okay, instead of dealing 1/8 damage, I'll deal 1/5 of my normal damage because there's only 5 goblins left. That kind of thing. So it's pretty handy. Blizzard level 3, that's good. Oh, see, okay, so their Fearing's got that purple bubbles around him. That's actually poison. So that one I'll actually need to heal with an antidote when we get out of the fight, or yeah, you can see like I'm taking damage from it. So that's an example of like what can happen. Okay, after this fight, we'll go rest up in Salamand. $26, $28. We're almost there. Another 900 and we'll be good to go. Actually, you know what? I think we'll only go for 3,000 because I just realized that I have both Minwoo and Maria both no life. So if either of them go down, you know what? I said 3,500. We'll stick to 3,500 just in case, like, the gods forbid, but it happens that Maria and Minwoo both go down. Guy or Furion can then pick them up with a Phoenix down if need be. I doubt it would happen, but it's better, from my experience when it comes to gaming, it's better to prepare for the worst. That way when it happens, you aren't caught unawares. Whew. Okay. Just a little bit more. That should be enough. Let me... Okay, everyone's full healed, so we should be able to rest up at the inn for hopefully less than 100 and 35. We're fine, easily. Cool. Okay. Alright, we have our items. Let's be on our way. So because a lot of these like random fights aren't difficult or threatening very threatening, um, I'll probably, like as you've probably noticed by now, I'm mostly just kind of spamming the same thing. So like everybody fights and Maria casts a spell even if it's not really necessary. Like I don't technically need to protect for one soldier, but it's giving her protect XP. So that when I do actually need to protect during a boss fight or something, she's ready. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Huh. I have never actually pressed right trigger before. I didn't know I did that. Okay, that's Maria's protect spell up. Whoops, here we go. Okay, so this is the thing I was talking about earlier. So these are trap rooms where when you walk through the door, you end up in the middle of the room, and there's nothing in them. Sometimes, very rarely, there are rooms in these dungeons that are like this, and they actually have treasure chests inside. So it's a pain in the butt, because unless you have a guide up in front of you, like I did the second time I played through, you'll go through each of these rooms and have to check every single one to make sure you're not missing a chest. So in this case, I'm good. I didn't miss any. And sometimes they'll have really powerful enemies inside, like this one did. Like, we haven't seen green slimes outside of this room, so it's like, oh crap, what do we do with these things? Trying to skip their attacks and make them go a little faster so that I can do this and get them out of here. There we go. So there were no chests in any of those, just this one leads down to the next floor. See, like, and there's 3 more in the top left corner. If I remember right, that one, I think the right one is actually not even the door it's supposed to be. I think that's another one that tricks you into making you think it is, because it was like, oh yeah, these 3 are bait doors, and that one off to the right is the actual door, obviously, because it's by itself. No, I think that's a treasure room, and one of the 3 doors on the left is actually the staircase down to the next floor, and it's like, what? So, yeah, they were really, really petty and annoying with these doors in this game. It's so dumb. And like I said, they never did it again because they realized how stupid it was. $200 gil. I could be also misremembering these doors, so who knows. I'll check when we get to them, just to be safe. But, hey, Shell leveled up finally. That's good. Yeah, like, that was a bait door. But you'd think with it being off by itself like that, that's implied to be the correct door. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to switch off Shell. Oops. Oh, well. Self-destruct, missed. Self-destruct, missed. Cool. Oh, also, because, so this is also the game that introduced the undead have inverted healing rules as a Final Fantasy staple, because this is the first game where you could completely control the targeting for your spells. It's like FF1, certain spells were hard-coded. You could only use these on enemies, you could only use these spells on allies. In this game, because the idea is taking magic damage increases your party's magic defense, and things like that, being able to shoot your own party members with your spells to raise their magic defense was a thing you could do back in the day. You can do it in this game too. I could have done that. I'm not going to. I'm going to play through this, like, quote unquote, like, intended. But the thought is, I could turn around and throw these life spells on the enemies if I wanted to, or I could shoot healing spells on them instead of my team. I'm not going to do that unless they're undead, but when they are undead, that works like it does in modern titles where healing magic and life-giving magic are inverted on undead enemies. So, oh hey, it's Paul. What's up, Paul? Firion, it's you! I'm ever glad you're here. This is Joseph's daughter, Nellie. I think that Dashley Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Yosef. I called him Joseph. Yosef. Princess soldiers have told her to bring her back some mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out that this was where the mithril was coming from easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mithril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people! Well, I know when I'm in over my head. So long, but don't worry, I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving us. I owe you one. Alright. Okay, let me take a look here. I think... So there's nothing south. North, I'm pretty sure... Okay, so we're going to go this... Oh, we're going to get into a fight. So what's going to happen first? Hold on. So we're going to go north, all the way north. Oop, nope, hold on. All the way north. Grab this chest for a fire tome. Cool. Ooh, uh-oh. There we go. Alright, but I need to give Furion, or not Furion, give her some MP back. Awesome. It was only 20. Jeez. I think it's the dead end. Yeah, it's a trap room. Lame. Wrong button. I wanted the map. Okay, I messed up. So it's not going to the right, it's going up and around. Because that way it'll take us up and around and out to the side. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna want that. Oops, wrong way. Hold on. Go back down. Thank you. I need to remember to heal Maria with some potions or something after this fight. So she doesn't get accidentally hit by a stray crit or something and die. Cool. Mana does Maria have? 78? Not bad. I think it's the trap room. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Uh-oh. So if I remember right, zombies in this game, to start, like basic zombies, have stun touch, which is really, really scary. But we're fine. We got it taken care of. We're good. So we're going to run over. Nope, we're not. I lied. Hold on. So let me... So if I remember right, he has swap. Yeah, so he'll do that on Maria. Oop, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Notification time reminder went off. Okay. Oh, monster in a box. Okay. Oh, monster in a box. Oh, okay. Shoot. So land turtles are very, very bulky monsters, and they hit decently well. So Maria is going to spam fire until this thing dies. I'm actually going to have Minwoo use a fire tome. Fire 8? Alright, hi! What? Had a teleport tome. Lovely. Cool. Okay. I like how it specifies it could do either or when used in battle. That's kind of funny. So yeah, as you can see, which is kind of cool. I knew you could do it. I've just never actually really bothered with it. I hold on to tomes to use them for extra cash and sell them, but I know Fire Tome sells for pretty cheap. So I figured, why not? Screw it. I'll use it. Minwoo's not going to do anything with his mace. I didn't realize they cast super high level spells when you use them as items. That's kind of cool. I guess this is a trap. Nope, that's the way you're supposed to go. Okay, hold that thought. We're gonna check this door to make sure it's in the treasure room. Didn't think so. Okay, so we're gonna go back the way we were supposed to go and fight the final boss. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna heal up real fast using some potions. There we go. Alright.
Huh! Rebels! Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you'd be right. My mithril blade straight through your heart!
Oh, siren's going by. Alright. So we're going to protect, because I know this guy does physical damage, and he does not have access to magic this early on. And I think Furion is the only person in the party who has a high enough weapon skill to actually be able to hurt him with his weapon attacks outside of crits. Oh no, guy just got 9 damage in. Okay, we're fine. Minwoo might need some more practice though. That's okay. We'll take care of it. We'll be fine. Sorry about that. Ding. There we go. Oh, you can see my mouse. Sorry about that. A Furion sword leveled up. Green. I've never seen it go green before. I wonder what that... Oh, is that because it leveled up, probably? I guess I just didn't pay enough attention earlier to see if when they leveled up, if they went green like that or not. Found Mithril in the chest. Nice. Just curious now. If I go to Furion's stats screen, yeah, it's wrecked normal. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on. Marino's teleport. We can just... Yeah, we can just teleport out of here. And then we'll use a cottage to fully restore everyone's HP and MP. So everyone's topped off for the trip back to Salamand, however you say it. And then I'm going to go ahead and save real fast because we haven't actually saved this profile yet, or this run. You can see I've got a lot of runs of this game. So I'm going to... There we go. And then I'm actually going to check real fast to the Summit Falls. Okay, cool. We're good. So you can actually check dungeons and towns and stuff if you've collected all the chests from them or not. It's like Summit Falls, we're missing one. I know because I've played the game before. There's one chest in Summit Falls you can't get on your first time through. You have to come back. You come back later in the story, and that's when you can complete Summit Falls. Same with Finn. Like the town of Finn, there's a couple of chests in the town of Finn you can't get on your first time there. You can only get them once you come back later in the story. So, in fact, those same chests are the ones that screwed me over my last run and didn't let me get my my achievement for getting all the chests because I forgot to get those because they're time locked. You can only get them at a very specific point in the story, and if you don't pick them up during that point in the story, you forever miss them for that playthrough. So, they're really, really annoying. Okay. I don't know why I'm not blanket casting. I've specifically gone out of my way to keep Maria's magic interference down so that her blanket spells would actually deal some decent damage. I'll do it on the next poll. There we go. Okay. So we're going to rest in Salamand. Quickly restore all of our mana. Yep, that's fine. That is something I did like about FF2 with their whole... The price of the inn is based on your missing hit points and mana. So it's never a waste to rest at the inn, really, because the idea is like if you're not gonna get a lot of mileage out of it, I'm only gonna have one. Well, let's do ethers. If you're not gonna get a lot of mileage out of resting at the inn, you don't pay very much. Compared to like one where it was like, oh, Cornelius is always 50 gil, or Elfland's is always 500 gil, or whatever it was. So. You'd better get that mithril back to Altair. Princess Hilda is waiting for you. I think I might have slipped his accent to a different one. I was trying to go for like the TF2 heavy... Hold on, I'm sorry. There, okay. Uh-oh. What is going on? Okay, there it goes. That's weird. Sorry. For whatever reason, my game was... Not my game, but my hard drive, my external hard drive that I have connected to my my computer was freaking out for whatever reason. Like, it was constantly disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't know if you guys could hear that on your end. So, I just figured I'd yank it. while it was disconnected, and then hopefully that will make it stop. So, but yeah, let's make our way back to Altair so we can drop off this mithril. Hopefully have enough money by the time we get back to town, because when you go to turn it in, you can immediately buy mithril weapons and armor. So I'm hoping when I get down there, I'll be able to buy some mithril stuff and we'll be able to get some upgrades. Oh, hold on. I saw Gordon hiding up there. We need to talk to him. My name is Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashwan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. There was a mithril sword in Kashwan that had been handed down through the ages. My brother was very fond of that sword. It truly was a magnificent blade. What about this Wild Rose stuff? Ah, so you've taken up arms in the struggle. I'm so afraid that Hilda will turn me away I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. What about this ring? That ring! It's my brother's! He really said all those things. About me? So yeah, that's Gordon. He is, yeah, he is exactly as he describes. He is an accurately self-described coward. And we're going to talk to Hilda here. Oops, if I can... Ah, there we go. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Fynn. They're building the Dreadnought in Bafsk to help compensate for those losses. The Dreadnought? The Empire is using the people of Bafsk to defend the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought itself is a massive, heavily armed airship. Airship? A man named Sid, the former captain of Finn's Order of the White Knights, built an airship. It's a ship that sails the skies, but the airship captivated him body and soul, and he soon left Finn. We are poor for his absence. I'm told he now lives in Poft, granting travelers passage on his airship for a price. He then uses this money to make further renovations on his airship, or so the story goes. You found the mithril. Now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal footing. Please, take the mithril to Tobel, the town blacksmith. I'm certain he'll be able to use it to make you some magnificent weapons. Alright. So, we have our new task. We are going to destroy the Dreadnought in Bafsk. But first, we need to talk to Tobel in the blacksmith to get mithril weapons and armor so we can get better stuff. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. How about this mithril? Oh, that's mithril! I've been waiting for the chance to work this metal for as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it. I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I'll tell you that. Okay, so now we can buy from this guy for mithril stuff. So I need 700 for mithril swords. Woof. Okay. I believe, if I remember, he also unlocks mithril armor with that. So let me check in here. Yeah. So this guy sells mithril armor. So mithril shield, mithril helmets, mithril armor, mithril gloves, all that good stuff. I think... We'll start with the mithril swords for now. We'll grind out enough money to get mithril swords and see where we go from. Well, actually... Because I know where Bask's at on the map, and I don't want to run all the way to Bask, only to find out they don't sell mithril swords or anything there. So I'm a little concerned to run all that way. But I also know that sitting here grinding is not going to be very fun. Screw it, we'll risk it. It'll be fine. And if not, then we'll run back, and then the lap from Basque to Altair, hopefully we'll have enough money to buy all the mithril gear we need. So Bafsk is way off over here to the right. I don't know if you can see on the mini-map very well on stream, but there's like a mountain range with a tiny little like safe spot in it. That's basically where Bafsk's at. So you'll see when we get over there. Okay, fire's level 4 now. That's good. So there's the Dreadnought in that cave. Or by that cave. So now we need to figure out how to get in there. First, I'm going to take a look at Basque's inventory and see what they have for weapons and armor. Yeah, they don't have mithril weapons. Okay, what about armor? Do they have anything worthy there? I don't think so, but I'll double check. Bronze shield. Oh, they have silver cuirass. Which, if I remember right, this is actually better than mithril armor because it has the same defenses, but it weighs less. It has less magic interference. So we're gonna buy a suit for everybody, and we had exactly enough gil for that. Yeah, it's like it's just straight up better than what we already have. Like across the board for everybody. So we'll sell these 4 old copper cuirasses for 200. And then that'll be our starting fund to rest up at the inn and then make our way back to Altair. Actually, what do they have for magic here? I feel like they have spells that I want. I don't remember what they are, though. Fear, Basuna, Esuna. Oh, Esuna, yes. So, you might have seen there's Esuna and Basuna. So, they, because of the way the conditions work in this game with the whole temporary and permanent conditions, they have different spells. It's not just Esuna that gives you the ability to cure conditions in this game. So, Esuna cures permanent conditions only. Basuna cures temporary conditions only. Personally, I never use Basuna. I only ever use Esuna. Because the idea is like Basuna, you just have to survive the fight, you know, and then it goes away on its own. Compared to Esuna, where you want to have that on hand so you can, you know, if the party gets blinded or poisoned or whatever, you can Esuna and remove it after the fight's over. Compared to Basuna, which is only useful in combat. So. But yeah, we're going to run back to Altair. Hopefully have some decent money on our way back from fighting random encounters. So that we can buy some mithril gear, and then we'll head back to Bafsk to continue the story. Probably next time, because they're getting close to the end of the session time here. So... before I go into town? 1100. Okay. So I know I need 1400 for 2 mithril swords. We'll start with those. I guess we'll take these last 10 minutes. We'll grind out for a bit and see where we're at as we get closer to end of session. Okay, so that should give us 1400 to go buy our swords for Firion. Axes come later, unfortunately, so... I don't know why I did that. I can just... Oh yeah, we have this teleport tome we aren't going to use either, so we can sell that. These eye drops can go... Anything else? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go check out the armor. I think the only thing we really need is like... Oh, hold on. That's the wrong one. That is the guy. So we need a shield for Guy. He has a bronze helm. Everybody has a bronze helmet. So I could buy a mithril helmet for everybody. It's only magic interference 8, which is what everybody already has on their helmets. Okay. So, whoops, hold on. Well, first let's equip Guy with the mithril shield and his helmet, because he's our tank, so he deserves to have the most defensive gear we can get immediately. Then we'll go ahead and buy a mithril helmet for Firion, sell his old bronze helmet, and then we need another 2 mithril helmets for 600. Mithril armor, everybody has better with the silver cuirass. And then mithril gloves. Yeah, it looks like, so only... Because, yeah, it's interference 4 versus interference 24. And then mithril gloves is interference 24 as well. Okay, so we need 1,000 gil, 1,600 to get mithril gloves for Guy and Firion, and then another 600 for the 2 helmets to get for Maria and Minwu. Okay. Well, I say Minwu. Technically, any gear I buy for the 4th slot character until we get the last guy, which I'll tell you when we get there so I don't spoil it. I'll say whoever it is most likely, but you can assume that's going to be the guest character. Because that 4th slot will rotate out, like I said. You'll get different characters throughout at different points in the story. Like, Minwu won't always be our 4th party member. Eventually he'll leave and we'll get a new one. And then they'll leave and we'll get a new one, and so on and so forth, until you get your final permanent party member near the end of the game. So... we have 400. Okay, so we need 1,200 more. There we go. I was wondering when Maria's Thunder was going to level up. Trying to get one last spell out of Maria before we go into town to rest. And then I'll call it there. There we go. Alright, Maria is officially out of mana. We're still 600 short, but that's okay. We'll be a little bit shorter when we go to rest. Oops, that's the base. I want the end. There we go. Yeah, 85, so we're losing about almost 100. Okay. Well, that concludes the first episode of Final Fantasy Fridays for Final Fantasy II. So, we'll continue on our mission to defeat the Dreadnought, to destroy the Dreadnought, and rescue the city of, or liberate, I guess would be the word, the city of Basque. So. Oh, interesting. Oh, what? You can, oh, that's cool. I didn't even see that. That's, okay. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Alright, either way. So there's that. I will catch you all next time.